All right, welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Hopefully everybody's having a excellent morning so far. As we wait for the market to kind of give us some feedback on what it wants to do, let's go ahead and just review what's kind of happened in the overnight session. So, I mean, as you can see, we kind of bought up on the news. Let me just double check what happened with the news. Let's see. That 7:30 jobless non-farm payrolls came out. Initial jobless claims and non-farm payrolls. Let's see. Non-farm payrolls was a little low. And the initial jobless claims were in line, but the unemployment rate looks like it came down. So maybe that's what kind of shot the market up. On a like 15-minute time frame, you can kind of see we were kind of in this selling channel. Or that's not it. That's the 5-minute. But if you look over here, right? Let me zoom out a little bit so we can all see. We were in this kind of like selling channel that we kind of broke out, looked above this level here, and totally rejected it. And now we're back inside that range that we've been in for days now. And I'll pull it up on TradingView. But yeah, that's essentially what happened overnight. You know, the market's open now, but you know, we'll have to take our time, see what happens. There we go, fixed my layout. Another thing that kind of happened yesterday after stream is I got the trade that I wanted, passed my combine, and now I'm trading an XFA. I still have one combine that I'm copy trading, but we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, you know, we make some money today and continue this clip that we've been on. So we'll see what happens. More than anything, just got to be patient. Look for the best setups. We did trade down into the area that I wanted to see for longs, but I don't know if we're going to trade down to it again. And the biggest thing is, like, I really dislike taking trades in the first 30 minutes of the day. I've done it several times now. It almost never ends well. So I'm just going to be patient here and see what happens. I'll pull up TradingView so you can see what I was looking at over there with that larger channel. You see it kind of popped out a lot of trend line traders would have taken that long only to get themselves completely crushed right now. For me, I think the better trade would be looking at the hourly. But looking at the hourly, look at this. Look at all this huge range that we've been in. We keep going back inside of it. Just isn't a feel good area. We do have this like order block down here, this bullish order block. But still, I'm more neutral on price than anything, especially inside this range, because we failed to break out, right? We failed that right there. You see that we tried to break out of the range here, and we couldn't close outside of it. We closed outside of it yesterday, only to sell back into it in the overnight. And so, you know, or not even in the overnight, throughout the day. And then we closed, and then the overnight tried to break out, couldn't do it. And we just did it again, right? Sold back down into that that inefficiency, into that order block, pushing back up. Maybe we'll break out, but I'll be sitting on my hands. Definitely sitting on my hands. Hopefully everybody's had a good day so far, a good week so far. Hopefully y'all have great plans for the 4th of July. It's the big 250 for the USA. Most empires don't last much longer, so wonder what it's gonna be next. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm kind of tired this morning. I mean, I got good sleep last night. I got like 7-8 hours, but still pretty exhausted. So, looking at all this, where do we think, like, if we were to be analyzing this, where do we think that the trades exist, right? The trade that we want to take. So, right off the bat, I'm looking at this level. Overnight, we developed these, and I'll kind of hide the top step levels so we can get a better view on all this. Actually, I don't even need the top step levels. I haven't been using them really. There's a lot of indicators that I don't use in here. Okay, so I mean, if we're looking at this, I'd say the levels that we would have wanted to see get run already got ran early on, right around the NFP release. So let's take a quick look. I mean, if I'm looking here, there was resting buy side liquidity right above this level. There were stops along with limit orders to get long whenever price came back in, and it totally just bought them up, ran that liquidity. Now we sold back into this range, and from here, I mean, I would be looking at sell side liquidity down at the 820 level, but that's pretty far away. You know, we're gonna have to sell off 300 points to get there. Basically flat on the day right now. So I would say we're neutral, along with the added confluence of sitting inside that range that we've been trading in for so many days, that annoying range. I'd say I'm more neutral than anything on the NQ today. I might not take any trade if it continues to act like this. Will there be trades to take? Most likely. But do you want to take them? You know, is it better to just kind of sit on your hands and not take anything? I'm of the personal belief that yes. I do think there's a little bit of no, that internal liquidity got ran there, turned around, pushed up. I mean, yeah, this is just not looking too hot right now for longs for sure. But I mean, VWAP is flat. Well, I guess, is it flat? I always hate how TOPSTEPX VWAP, if you don't have the full picture of price, will, you know, we've basically gone sideways all overnight, right? Look here over at 5, we've basically chopped in this huge range as well. So again, no continuation for today. I mean, and it totally makes sense. Tomorrow is basically a trading holiday and most people are already out of the office for their vacation. They took the whole week off, so don't be too optimistic that you're going to find a big trade. There might be one, and you know, we'll see what happens. But right now, just trying to see what's going on, and from what I can tell, like, we're just kind of barcoding right now since open. It hasn't even been that long either. It's been like, what, 10 minutes? Kind of just stuck in this range. We tested the bottom of the range, we couldn't break down. Going back up to test the top of that range. Who knows what'll happen. I mean, there's something to the people who trade orb. Until there's something to trade off of, you don't really need to take anything. And I think there's various different ways to trade the opening range breakout. I've tried it a few times. I don't really like it. But, you know, do you wait for the first 15-minute candle? Is it the first 30-minute candle that establishes the opening range? Is it, some people use the first minute for the opening range? So, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if the day's going to give it to us, but I still feel like there's probably more of a bullish edge to the day, even though I'm more neutral than anything. I would be looking for longs if we start pushing up above 325. So I want to see us take out 325 strong and energetically, and then look for some type of pullback into the basics of what I like to see, at least a fair value gap, at least a fair value gap, maybe an order block, but that's what I'd be looking for. I'm just waiting, just sitting on my hands. What's up, Zucchini Spiral? Welcome in. All right, pushing a little higher. Absolutely nothing to write home about yet. Just take it easy, you know? It's Thursday. Made good money yesterday. Have a new XFA. There's nothing to really cry about. Sure, all my risk settings are good. Yep, that looks tasty there. And sure enough, we're back inside that range. Yeah, price isn't really giving us anything right now. It's definitely quiet open, I would say. At least that's my read. Let me go ahead and check some other markets. I don't necessarily have to be locked into the NQ. ES is substantially more bullish today. Just taking a look at the ES right now. I'd say ES probably wants to move higher. Will the Nasdaq drag along with it? Maybe. Looking at gold as well. Gold did put in some type of base over the last few days, down at the 39.50 level. And we're pushing back up. So, I mean, maybe the long opportunity is on gold. Maybe that's a better trade for the day. I'm looking at it right now. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Gold looks good. Gold definitely shot up off news. So, gold looks like the more directional trade today. Is there going to be any opportunity to trade gold? Remains to be seen. But yeah, it's a strong energetic move we got on gold right there. You can see my Tesla trade down there is still doing quite well. I'm pleased about that. VIX is dropping. Nasdaq is chopping. ES and gold are pumping. There are better trades to be had in other markets, so don't lock yourself into one. Look at what you can find, right? If I'd been maybe, I think the ES breaking out now is kind of the best thing that we could have hoped for, right? See this level up here after it ran liquidity over, it's barely now taking out that liquidity to the upside from the overnight. Okay. So you want to see what the reaction looks like here on the ES. And maybe that's what I'll trade. Maybe I'll trade the ES today. But maybe the NQ is still the game, because I mean, look at it. The NQ is just doing exactly what you would want it to do, because so much retail trades the NQ, right? Exactly what you want to see is the NQ chop right off the open. How many people just open positions right at open, hoping to, you know, have a quick day? I don't know. Maybe they're at work. Maybe they're at school. I don't know. Maybe they're just on vacation, want to start their day really quickly, or they've been up all night waiting for New York open and they just blew their load, you know? Don't blow your load on stuff like this, kids. Like, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare to trade. Like, it's just not fun. Could you have gotten a good trade? Yes. Maybe if you got in at the bottom tick here, but it would have come back on you right here and you would have been stressing. And maybe you would have gotten out of there. I mean, some people have been known to throw on way too much size and held a lot of risk. And so you could have made money. Absolutely. But is that good trading? No, I don't think it is. Watching paint dry. I'm gonna step away for a second. All right, so we got the NQ finally pushing up. I was just looking at the ES as well, and it's definitely pushing higher. So longs are looking better, but again, I want to see that 320 level get taken out on the NQ before really committing to longs. But longs are looking substantially better than they were a second ago, pushing out of that range that we've been chopping in. I definitely like what I'm seeing right now more and more. Now I just need to see my setup start to develop, and then maybe we'll take a trade. But I mean, these two candles look stupid. These two hourly candles right here, like, are just goofy and annoying. So let's take a look at them. Basically have the high there from non-farm payrolls, and then we have the opening low. And we're just trading inside of these two candles so far. I want to see us break out one way or the other. I want to see us take out that news candle either to the upside or to the downside before I commit to a trade. And preferably, I would want to see an hourly candle close above. That'll give me better trend indication. Because right now, if we close inside of that, we close inside of all this chop we've been inside of, then do I really even care? I'd say no, but we'll see. Just checking what people are talking about in the Top Step Discord. Not much. Same old. Same old. Not seeing anything I like yet for setups. It's just one of those, honestly, I'm going to say it again. We're basically on a holidays, the eve of a holiday. Like, people are already out of office. People are already relaxing. People are already going and buying stuff for the 4th of July. People are already popping fireworks. Depending on where you live, you can hear them popping fireworks outside. Like, people who are profitable and actually make millions of dollars a year aren't trading this crap. So keep that in mind. Let me see. I'm here. I'm looking at the charts. I'm not making millions of dollars a year, so there's a lesson. There's a lesson there for you, folks. If you want to be rich, maybe don't spend your days in front of a chart like this, especially right before holiday. Spend time with your family. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, right? It's family. You don't get time back. That's the most important commodity. Like, how much would you pay if you knew you had a week to live to have the 10 more years? Like, that's a priceless thing. Yeah, gold was a good trade. Kind of regretting not looking at that sooner. But since open, it hasn't really provided too much. I want to see a deeper pullback on gold before I would have taken a long there. It's basically just been consolidating since open as well on gold. Pardon, folks. I'm just a little bit sleepy. Again, we're about 80 points away from where I want to see us take out that high. And then we get to start looking for continuation, or we get to see that it's failing and trading back into the range. Either way, both will provide some type of opportunity to either get short or long. And until then, just wait. Just wait. You know, the open is typically the choppiest time period, coming up on the 9 o'clock hour. I don't think there's news at 9. There's factory orders, durable goods revised. Again, I don't think it's really going to move the tape too much. So, you know, we'll see. But that should drop in about, 30 seconds. There we are, pushing a little bit higher, but not much. Oh, guys, it's a slower stream day for sure. Oh man, it's a boring day. Sorry, I was just checking out the Top Step stream or Discord, seeing what everybody's talking about. Looking at pushing it for America, guys. This is America. The NQ is America. I'll say that until I'm blue in the face. If you're not in the NQ, are you even a red-blooded American? The NQ is as American as hot dogs. It's cherry pie. It's just what feels good, you know? It's that risky encounter with a chubby person at the end of the night whenever you weren't lucky, you know? Okay, Top Step. Let's see what the announcement is. Holiday reminder, Friday. Must be your trading combine and XFA's positions must be closed by 11:45. Live funded accounts. All positions must be closed by 11:10. Okay. Kind of pointless. I think we might push above. Oh, pardon me. I think we might push above that non-farm payroll candle. It's just a matter of when, though. We got to find the right opportunity. Oh, goodness, guys. This is just like dreadful price action. It's slow. It's boring. ES is pushing higher. Gold is pulling back a little bit after taking out that non-farm payroll high. Bro, the markets are sleepy today. And you know why they're sleepy? They're sleepy because everybody's on vacation. And if you're trading this, sadly, oof, my Tesla trade's just absolutely turned around right now. Ugh, what happened there? Should have taken profits, huh? It is what it is. Can't complain whenever you don't get what you want out of life. Because life's not fair. That's the biggest thing that they don't teach you in school. They teach you, oh, you gotta be nice to each other, you gotta be fair. No. Laws of the jungle, baby. Killer be killed. Just survive. Do what you can. Life's not fair. Like, is it fair that we eat, you know, other animals that never have a chance, that we raise them in captivity just to be slaughtered for our food source? No, it's not fair. So why do we expect life or anyone to be fair towards us? What's the saying? There's like a Nietzsche saying that's like, life, something along the lines of like, nature doesn't punish the weak. It punishes, or nature doesn't punish, or nature doesn't reward evil people, it punishes the weak. So like, above all else, do everything you can to not be weak, right? I think I got that relatively correct that time. Red 40 in the veins. What's red 40? Why are you talking red 40? Sorry, I'm a little late to that. I don't know when it posted. There really should be like timestamps on these comments, because then I can know how far back somebody said something. Oh goodness, we are right back into that opening range and nothing's happening. Again, I don't think there was a good setup for the short. Maybe there was for some strategies, but for my strategy, nothing. On the 5 minute, it looks like we have a nice little doji rejection there, and then, you know, the next candle is quite bearish. Closure beneath it. I mean, if we're gonna push lower, maybe, you know, we trade back into that. Well, first, I want to see this close down here. I want to see continued push lower, right? I want that candle to close down here. But again, we're just bouncing off freaking VWAP. VWAP is so lazily trending to the right. Like, maybe it's a little up, but it's still like a soft up. It's like a guy who just can't get there, you know? It's just soft. It's like the guy who needs a little pick-me-up from old Viagra or something. This market's feeling awfully limp right now. God, look at those last 2 hourly candles. We are still trading inside that hourly news candle. It's absolute trash right now. Like, we need to break out somewhere for there to be a trade, and there is nothing. This is the biggest thing. I'll say it again. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Like, this is the key to trading. Recognizing when you're in a state of no continuation and just waiting for an opportunity. You want to see a breakout. Like, use the information that's in front of you. There's higher time frame information that you can operate off of. On the hourly, looking right here, this hourly candle, we are still inside of it. Our opening range, or the opening 8 a.m. candle and the opening 30-minute candle was inside that. Right now, we're in a new 30-minute candle, new hourly candle for the 9 o'clock hour, and we're still inside of that other candle. Like, it is just chop central. Don't waste your time. Like, don't waste your ammo trading when you can get just absolutely smoked on something like this, you know? Now, the move lower, we're rejecting it, but that doesn't mean there's anything to take yet. We still need to see the higher end of the range get taken out. At least I need to before I take a trade. I'm sure people are taking it, being successful, but like, what's your consistency look like? Like, what is your how many accounts have you blown? I mean, let's not get into that, I guess, because I've blown quite a few accounts. I'm not, by no means am I a paragon of, you know, discipline, but I'm trying to be. And I mean, that's more than anything why I want to stream, because it makes me hold myself accountable to at least some people, myself more than anything, because I don't want to look like a freaking idiot on stream, right? I mean, a couple years ago, I was streaming and I absolutely made an idiot out of myself, and that is the biggest reason why I decided to stop streaming, because I was like, oh my god, my ego, I look so dumb. Why would I continue to do this? I'm making the poorest decisions. I'm oversizing or revenge trading on stream. That's just, I mean, I'm sure people probably enjoyed watching it, but it's not a good recipe for, you know, you feeling good about the choices you're making in life. It makes you do a lot of self-reflection and be like, oh my gosh, I'm actually an idiot. And yeah, it's not fun. I mean, but on that note, like, a lot of people say this, trading will teach you everything about yourself that you didn't know. And I find that to be true. Like, absolutely. Like, there is so much soul searching you have to go through to become a good day trader. And, you know, in the process, you may not become a good day trader, but you'll learn a hell of a lot about yourself. Oh. Oh, boring, 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 boring. Boring price action. Boring day trading price action. Sadly, it's boring as boring can be. Oh, right back into that opening range. Maybe we'll take out the low. That could be nice, but I mean, looking at this on my trading view chart, it looks like we are absolutely just breaking right back into the moving averages, which is what we traded into overnight. And I mean, these are relatively important moving averages, right? So it kind of dictates trend. So yeah, we bounced off of it right at open. I mean, that could have been a trade, but I probably wouldn't have taken it. And then let's see, on a larger time frame. Yeah, I mean, look at this. These trend indicators, which are the trading averages, have been sideways since the beginning of June, which is quite common for the summer, right? You can catch trades, but don't expect continuation, right? I mean, maybe I can find some historical information and share it, but like, it's extremely common. Like, if I go back to last summer, you'll see we essentially traded sideways. We look at the summer before that, there was a strong, maybe month or two period where we traded sideways, and again and again and again, unless we go to war, unless a meteor crashes into the earth, unless aliens show up in the middle of the summer, we follow the same patterns, right? You know, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. It's one of those things. This is just an absolute joke of a day. Like, I may have made a prediction on yesterday's stream about, you know, maybe we're gonna go higher, maybe we chop. We did sell off. We didn't go higher, that's for sure. But the chopping aspect of my prediction appears to have been relatively accurate, because we didn't move substantially lower. Price is still essentially BS right now. We're chopping right at sideways averages. Like, this is nothing. This is nothing but a good way to get yourself rinsed, right? Like, if you want to get thrown in with the wash, that's exactly what's happening right now. Like, if you're in a trade, you're trying to take a breakout to the high, you keep thinking, oh man, this is gonna break out, or we're gonna break out to the low side or to the downside, you're gonna get washed. Like, it may sell off back down to the low, but are we going to get continuation? Until we start seeing continuation, absolutely, you are getting washed. This is the spin cycle. And maybe it doesn't even take out the low. Maybe it looks like it's going to, and you're like, oh, I'll just hold it until we take out that low. It's a great idea. Nope. It decides to turn around right before the low just to screw you over, and you held that position instead of taking it off. And you end up going back to break even, or, you know, getting frustrated and holding it all the way back to your stop loss, and you get a loss on the day. I've done it 1,000 times. Like, don't do the same things that I did whenever I was starting out. Just absolutely don't trade until you know there's direction picked. And there's no direction right now. Like, there's no real news to move the market. Non-farm payrolls was a nothing burger. Like, there's nothing to give us that little pop that we need, right? But I digress. Oh goodness, folks, this is just absolutely the worst. What is the range since open? Like, we have been trading in a maybe 150 point range. That's just my guess. Let's see what it actually is. Oh, feels like less, but it's been about a 300 point range. So yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, come on. This is painful, and I'm just gonna keep saying it. This is painful. Like, I hope nobody's trading this, and I'm sure there are people that are trading this, but like, where's the volatility? Where's that push? Where's that, where's the good times? There are no good times here. There are just sad times. This is sad times market. We're back inside that BS range that I keep talking about every day on this stream. We traded in that stream from Tuesday last week all the way until Tuesday this week. So that's 5 days we were stuck inside that range. And even before that, when we pushed out of that range, we were still inside of Monday's range. So we've been inside of last week's range all week. Absolutely catastrophic poo-poo price action. This is poo-poo price action. Like, okay, we finally took out the low of day on the New York, or the low of New York session. Good, that's nice. We're starting to pick up a little steam, but we're right at the 30,000 level. What's gonna happen here? Okay, there's some selling. I like it. I like what I see when I see that. But again, we're still trading inside. Well, maybe not on the hourly, but definitely on the 4 hour, and boom, we're right back at the 5 day moving average. Maybe we push below. That would be absolutely great, but kind of just don't expect it to. But maybe that's me just being a pessimist right now. This is a likely bounce area, I think, but I'm not going to take it. This is just so my dopamine levels are so low right now. I mean, should we play a game? I think that's what I'll do for future streams. I'll just set up a, I don't know, like a Game Boy emulator or something to just kind of pass the time whenever stuff like this happens. Because it's just so sadness. It's sadness squared. Like I'm so absolutely sad at how boring this price action is. This is gonna be like yesterday whenever I passed my combine. The second I decide to get off stream, there's gonna be an excellent A+ setup, and then we're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this trade, and I'll try and record it, not post it, etc. ad nauseum. Hey, I mean, this morning I did say, you know, maybe we take out this this low that was put in yesterday. Was this yesterday? Oh, it was last Thursday. If we take that out and we get some sustained selling, hell yeah, dude. I'll think about, you know, taking a stab eventually, but it really depends on if we even get there. I mean, we'll think about this as an area where we might bounce, right? And we're tagging it right now. What does this equate? I mean, on the Nasdaq chart, that's showing that as the 20-day moving average. So I don't know. traded into it a little bit. I mean, this hourly candle looks a hell of a lot better than it did a little while ago. You know, all you had to do was sell those highs. But I mean, I'm hard pressed to find an entry here. Let me go ahead and look back and see what I can find, right? So if I'm looking at this, at least on the 1 minute, where would my entry have been? Was there an entry somewhere around here? There's this fair value gap that was created here when we started turning around. Had strong price reaction to the downside. I don't see a fair value gap that I would have taken on the 1 minute. Let's see, I'm gonna look at my TradingView chart to get a better review on that. Okay, so we're on the 15 right now. Let's go back to the 1, right? So where did we, yeah, I mean, we did tag some fair value gaps up here. That could have been the trade for the short. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, man, I just wasn't looking, to be honest. But I mean, the top side liquidity, kind of neutral. I wouldn't have, yeah, I wouldn't have been, and I wasn't thinking about short. On 2 minutes, has there been anything? Not necessarily. I mean, from that swing low we made right around the 3140 level, where's the equilibrium level? Right around 30,000. But again, you know, we're rejecting off of these moving averages. So like, do I want to get short there again if we move back up into that? I don't know. That also corresponds to this like wick we have down here. So I mean, it could be worth a stab. It could be. We'll see. Again, I'm not expecting continuation out of today. It's going to just trap a bunch of people. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just absolutely sells off and I'm the dope. do take out that low, but unless it's a strong push lower, I'm not really buying it. I mean, like, buying what it's selling. I do like the idea, though, of it bouncing here for a long. Right. What I'm seeing here looks good for a push back up, at least into VWAP. Where's the point of control on the Nasdaq? It's back up at 191. So unless we just have a strong leg down right here, I'm not too optimistic on the lower, on the selling. Okay. It's looking good for shorts. Gonna see what happens here. Do we just push lower? It's a more energetic move. And if so, cool. If missed, so be it, as some people like to say. Not feeling too hot right now. It's not doing what I wanted to see it do. Actually, we just ran that liquidity, that sell side liquidity there. If we're gonna bounce, it'll have to be after that. I mean, I forgot this was low hanging fruit at that point. Again, why am I looking for long? Like, here's the thing, like when you start locking into a position of like, oh, I think it's longs, I think we're gonna chop. Maybe the problem is that you're locked into the wrong thesis. Like, we're pushing lower. Here's how I would want to look at what's going on with shorts. Right, I wanted to look for longs. I'm still thinking longs, but maybe I'm looking at it wrong. So let's analyze what's going on with shorts and where I would want to get short. So we push below this liquidity. I want to see us stay below that. If we can stay below that, then absolutely, yes, I'm willing to look for opportunities there. Right, we're down 1% on the day. Nothing to cry about, right? There's still room to the downside. You know, we could still collect 100 points, 150 points off of this low if we want to push lower, but I need to see something that makes it worthwhile for me to want to get low, or to get short off of this low. And I haven't seen anything yet. I want to see what happens. Like, do we push back up? That could happen. It happens a lot. I mean, I'm so tempted to get long right now, and that's a bad sign. Okay, I'm liking the long a little bit more now. And this could be the like stupid trade. I'm not gonna take it yet because we're still just like absolutely in this sustained selling. I want to see it push up more. But I think there's a likelihood increasing. I mean, the VIX isn't really even spiking, so like I don't trust shorts. Like there's no volatility here. So one of two things is going to happen here. We're either going to try and take out this low really quickly and then flip, or we get another leg down. And if we don't take it out, I'm going to try my hands at a long. I mean, like, if we take it out and flip back inside, I will go ahead and take a long here. I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I need to see it push back above that low for a long thesis. Okay, that's a good signal for me. I need to see just another second here. Okay, that's looking good. All right, I'm in two long. I'm gonna go ahead and target up back into the opening range at least. I'm gonna take one off right above this high. Just to protect partiality. Gotta get absolutely blasted in the ass right now? Yes. That's why we keep our risk a little tight, right? The hardest part about trading is when you first get in a trade. Will it, won't it type of vibe. And maybe I get stopped. I should at least move my stop like below that right there. just in case it takes out the low again one more time.
Got 10 minutes left on the stream, so we'll see how this trade goes. It's looking good right now. You got those EMAs trending up a little bit. So, I mean, typically we could see this is where we have the potential, or this is where we have the potential to see the V-shaped recovery. Are we going to get it? I don't know. I really don't. But I'm optimistic. You got to be optimistic when you're trading. I mean, that's the whole point. It's not looking good. I'm moving my stop. I'm going to move it back. If it refuses to sell more, good. If not, I got stopped and I'm done for the day. But maybe I should take this off now. It's one of those things like you can never really know. Sometimes you just get in too early. That's why I have my DLL up there in case it goes against me too much. I do think I'm going to get stopped, and I'm stopped. Well, we waited for our trade setup to play out. It did what we were hoping to get something out of. It didn't work, but I think that's as good of place as any to end the stream. Maybe I'll take another trade here in a little bit. Maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. But until next time, this is Bear Makes Money signing off. Have a great 4th of July. We'll see you next time. Thanks all. Peace.